Moving to Indianapolis? I did 10 years ago. I've got some helpful hints. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jillian. I'm a licensed real estate agent with High Garden, and I live in downtown Indianapolis. Here are some things I think you need to know if you're considering moving to Indianapolis. Indianapolis is flat. Indiana as a whole is flat. There are some variations outside of Indianapolis, but Indianapolis is pretty flat. Even though Indianapolis is flat, it's centrally located. We're in the middle of the US, and there are a lot of direct flights to major cities around the US. Okay, so here's a big one. If you're moving to Indianapolis and you're thinking about buying a home here, central Indiana homes are susceptible to flooding due to the high water table. So what you're going to see is homes don't always have basements, and if they do have basements, you might want to make sure you have a sub pump. And a lot of homes that don't have basements will have some pumps to help with that flooding factor. It is a big city, over 800,000 people in Indianapolis, but it has a real small town feel. I know when I am out and about just living my life, I'm constantly running into people I know. The food scene in Indianapolis is awesome. I'm a self-claimed foodie. I like going out to eat. I like trying new restaurants, and Indianapolis has plenty to try. There is something for everybody here. Ever heard of James Beard nominated chefs? Yeah, Indy's got them. Okay, let's talk weather. Indianapolis has 4 seasons. You're going to get a little bit of everything. Sometimes you might experience 2 or 3 seasons in the span of 24 hours. We kind of have wacky weather that way, but in the spring you can expect a fair amount of rain. We do have some sunshine, but it's mostly gray and rainy in the spring. In the summer, it gets sunny, it gets hot, it gets humid. Most homes here in Indianapolis will have central AC because of the humidity factor, and it lasts long. There have been years where it has been 80 degrees in October in Indianapolis. The fall tends to be sunny but cooler. It'll get really cool at night and it'll warm up to maybe 70. Again, it can get higher than 70 and then it will cool back down at night. Fall's my favorite. For winter, you can definitely expect winter weather. You will have some snow, but it usually doesn't accumulate. And Indianapolis isn't used to snow, so if we get a big snowfall, the whole city just shuts down. Tornadoes happen here. That was something that took some getting used to for me. They do tend to get tornadoes here. It's happened a handful of times since I've been living here. Something to be aware of, take precautions, something to research and to know. It's not a big deal. Okay. If you're moving to Indianapolis, you need to know May is all about the Indy 500, with the exception of this year because of COVID-19. The Indy 500 has been moved, but typically May all month long has events around the Indy 500 and leading up to the Indy 500. It is so much fun. You'll drive through neighborhoods and you'll see checkered flags and people's planters. Anywhere you go, you're going to run into something speaking about the Indy 500 in the month of May. The largest children's museum in the US is located here in Indianapolis. Now you're probably thinking, well, Jillian, I don't have children. What does that matter to me? They have an adults night with cocktails. So you can go and play and be a kid and have a couple of cocktails and listen to music and have some fun. Who doesn't want to do that? Indianapolis has a Canal Walk downtown. It is a major attraction. During the warm months, you will see people walking their dogs, people picnicking, riding their bikes, jogging. You can even rent a paddle boat and you can paddle the length of the canal for fun. There is a couple of eateries along the canal, a coffee shop. It's just a great place to be in the summertime. Indianapolis is a major convention city. Remember how I said it's centrally located in the state? Well, it makes it a great place for conventions to happen. We have a firemen's convention that happens every year, and I think it's like 50,000 firemen come to the city of Indianapolis for a full week. In August, we have what's called Gen Con, and that is a huge gaming convention, and that brings hundreds of thousands of people. That takes up our convention center, Lucas Oil, and other locations as well. I talked in another video about how affordable Indianapolis is. I talked about the cost of living. Check that video out, but I'm going to just make a quick note here. It's a super affordable city. Housing is super cheap. You're gonna love living in Indianapolis. If you found this video helpful, download my free neighborhood guide that will give you some insight onto different neighborhoods to live in Indianapolis.